Hello family. This is my first YouTube video and I am inspired to do this because of you guys, to help you guys, because I know a lot of people go through similar situations that I went through, and I want to be the one to help you, give you the advice so you don't go through the trauma that I went through. Well, first I want to give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Naima Goodwin. I go by Name Queen on Instagram. I used to go by Name Bean. That was when I was wild and all over the place trying to find myself. However, um, growing up, I was motherless and I was fatherless. Both of my parents are here still physically breathing. However, my father, victim he fell victim to the prison system. So he wasn't able to be in my life to guide me and to give me the game on men. And then you have my mother, single mom, 3 kids, young, and all she knows is provide for my children so they want for nothing materialistically, make sure they live in the best neighborhoods and go to the best schools, and that's what she did. My mom made sure we wanted for nothing. I had all the fly hairdos. I got whatever I wanted materialistically, and I lived out Delaware County like damn near all my life. So, they had good schools. So she did good on that part. But what she didn't know is that having a daughter, you have to be there. As a woman, you have to be there emotionally to guide your daughter on how to become a woman. However, I didn't have that. So I was thrown in the jungle of Philadelphia, because that's where all my family was from, all my cousins. So I would go to Philadelphia every weekend, go hang with my cousins, and at the age of 13, I became curious about becoming a woman, but want to know who I am. So I had to get out there and go do some experiences that I had to learn from. And that's why I am a strong woman today. I've been through a lot. I experienced a lot. And a lot of people does not know that. A lot of people does not know my story. However, I'm going to give it to y'all piece by piece. And today, my topic of conversation. I'm trying to be professional here. I got my clipboard. So today's topic of conversation, I want to talk about relationships. Relationships and recognizing mental health in your relationship. And mental health is serious. Like it's a sickness. It's a illness. That's why I always say health is wealth. It's deeper than healthy foods and drinking water. Is deeper than that. And I'm basically going to share some of my relationship experiences that I had with men, and I'm gonna give it to y'all, and I'm gonna give y'all some advice on the mental health that I recognized in them. I had mental health also. I'm not playing the blame game. No, I was sick just like they were sick. However, they was more sick to me. Okay, so let's get started. And listen, I want to warn y'all, like, I have like a fun, dippy personality. Please just have an open mind and take me serious. That's just who I am as a person. Don't ever confuse a dippy woman and her personality for her intelligence and her wisdom. And we all have this wisdom up here. It's not just me. Everyone is just not there yet. I'm there. I'm there. I'm not perfect. I still struggle. Oh my God. I struggle so bad still. But I'm getting there. I'm mastering it. Well, let's get started. Okay. So, everyone knows I have a son. My son Naeem. Put this down. About to get deep. Okay, so I have a son. My son Naeem. His father, he passed away when Naeem was only 1 year old. And that was so hard on me. That's like the hardest, that was the hardest thing to ever deal with in life, period. Grieving over someone that I loved, that I had my first child by. So that was hard. And how I grieved, I just wanted to replace his love with someone else fast. Like, I just had to replace it. I just wanted to replace it. Okay, so moving forward, he passed away. He's still here. His spirit is still here. He still comes in my dreams. He sends me messages through his son. He's still here, but I'm moving along. So after my son's father, my next relationship, my committed relationship, was with my child's father. And when I talk about these men, I'm not going to drop any names because I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. But I'm not going to drop any names, but I am going to refer them to my boyfriend or, my man. So my first, and everyone, whoever knows me knows who I will be talking about. But I want to talk about my second child's father first. My daughter's father. Okay, so after my son's father passed, he was the first guy to show me like real love, like show me that he really cared for me. Like, this man was so dependable. Anything I ever needed, he was there. If I needed to talk, he was there. Like, if I was sad, he picked me up. Like, that's why I was so attracted to him. Like, I didn't care about none of his flaws. He had a lot of flaws. I didn't care about none of them because he loved me, and I could tell. However, we was friend zoned for a while, for a long time, up until I even got pregnant by accident. So once I got pregnant, I'm like, dang, I'm pregnant. What am I out here getting myself into? Let me relocate. Let me go to Miami with my mother and get my life back in order. Because I just had not only that I'm having a child out of wedlock, I am having a child with someone that I'm not even in a committed relationship with. So I came to him. I'm like, listen, I'ma just go move to Miami with my, down there with my mother. I'm gonna get me a place, and cause I gotta get my life together. And he loves me so much. He like, I'm coming with you. I'm like, huh? Why? He like, cause I wanna come with you. I wanna be with you and my daughter. I'm like, but you have other children here, and I don't want you to be taken away from them to be with us. So he like, oh, I understand that. He's like, I'm going to communicate with their mother and see if I can get them on like summers and every other holiday. I'm like, cool. If she for it, I'm all for it. Let's do it. Let's make it work. Let's do it. Okay, so forward. So I'm getting big now, and I go down Florida. I go look for a place. I found a beautiful place for my family. Then I come back to Philly. I have a baby shower and got things for the baby from family, clothes and gift cards. And then I moved down there, and I moved down there first. He still was here, so like my fear, me being down there, he wasn't here. He wasn't down there yet. My fear was going into labor, and he wasn't going to be there. I was going to do it by myself again because I went to labor with my son. His father was in prison. So that was like one of my greatest fears, me going into labor, and he wasn't there. So one day I went into labor, and it was early. I went into labor early, so it was like off guard. So I called him. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm in labor. I'm about to have this baby. And he just was like, okay, I'm on my way. I'm like, what? How you on your way? You not, stop playing. He's like, Naima, I'm on my way. And I didn't believe him. I'm like, whatever. I was in that hospital by myself. Wasn't nobody there with me. By myself. And I'm just chilling. I'm going through these contractions. And about, I want to say roughly about 4 hours. 4 hours later, this man comes from Philly to Miami, walking through the hospital doors. I just was like, wow. Like, he set the bar high with that one. Like that's when I really fell in love. Like, that was amazing. Like, for him to do that, because he told me, he's like, listen, I didn't see my first 2 children be born, but I want to see my last child be born. And he made it happen. He spent a lot of money for a last minute one-way flight. Moving along though. So we're in Miami. After I had the baby or whatever, he ended up going back to Philly to, get things settled there so he could come back, drive back and stuff. So he did that. So him coming back, when he came back or whatever, he took care of home, okay? Listen, he made sure I had a car to get around in. He made sure we had, furniture, TVs, like things we needed. Cause I came there with nothing. But he had the money, and he was able to do everything, provide for his family, which was good, which was great. And I was able to fall back and take care of my baby for a while. He eventually found a job, and he found that job. He worked that job for a little bit. Then he lost that job. Then he got another job. He lost that job too. Then I ended up going back to work. I was working in the hospital, Baptist Health of South Florida. I was working down there, and I found myself overly working. He was out of work. He gets out of work, and I found myself overly working. I'm tired. I'm coming home tired because I'm trying to just make sure we good, make sure ends is met, so we can be comfortable in between of being a mother and a potential wife. Just taking care of my family. I made sure we still had fun and things like that. But eventually, I got tired. And he got a bit comfortable.